Welcome to another episode of Rewind the Times and No Leftovers. Man, it's been a while, because you guys know I only get colston on certain days. First of all, happy Halloween season. This is our Halloween season. I absolutely love. This is my favorite. First of all, this is my favorite time of the year, and this is my favorite time. This is my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. My birthday was in September. Now there's Halloween in October.
Especially my brother's birthday just passed.
Yes, JJ's birthday just passed, but
and
Cadence, but
he just celebrated yesterday.
But then there's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas. This is my favorite time of the year. So we're gonna do two videos because me and Colston we watched. Today we're gonna talk about Friday the 13th Part 6. Jason Lives, and we're gonna watch Part 7 later on today. I'm gonna do a video on that. And then next time Colston comes over, it'll be right before Halloween, and we're gonna dress up in our favorite Jasons this year, and we are going to do a video on that, and then we're gonna do Part 8 and Part 9, and we're gonna do a video showing our costumes, and we're gonna do a video of our top 3 favorite Jason movies in the series. So we're gonna try to pump out as much Halloween stuff as we can. It's hard because Colston's here every other weekend. So today. We have a lot of shirts coming in from Gutter Garbs. Friday the 13th Part 1, Halloween Part 6, the Curse of Michael Myers. Halloween 4 goes on sale tomorrow. I'm gonna get those shirts in for us, from the hoodies for myself. We have Rob Zombie's Halloween coming in, which I love. Rob Zombie's Halloween, especially Halloween 2 is my favorite. So we have a lot of horror shirts. Today Colston is wearing a horror shirt, but it is about Part 6, but it's a very, very old shirt. This design's been out for years, so it's not even worth showing. Everybody has this one. So today we are going to talk about Colston's favorite horror movie in the Jason series, Friday the 13th Part 6. Jason Lives. And most people, this is their favorite Jason in the series. And this is my if I had to rank this in my top 5, it'd be number 4. When I show you my top ranking for 3, I'll give you that. But this is kind of like a little bonus one. This is my 4th favorite one in the series. A lot of people love Part 6. This is the one where Jason is played by C.J. Graham, awesome actor. So basically, this is the end of the Tommy Jarvis saga, because it starts with 4, then there's Part 5, and then there's Part 6. This Tommy Jarvis is played by Tom Matthews, who's everybody's favorite Jason. In this movie, there's a final girl, but it's weird because Tommy's kind of like the final guy. I mean, the girl in this one, Megan, she is the final girl, but Tommy's so much in this movie that he, like, this in Part 9 is kind of like, there's like the 2 final guys, I should say. So basically, this movie is the continuation of Part 5. Tommy is still getting bad hallucinations of Jason. He still thinks he's seeing him, so him and Hans decide to go to the grave where Jason's already been buried, because remember in Part 5 it was an imposter Jason. So he goes to the gravesite of where they would bury him in Part 4. And as he goes to unbury him, he sticking him with a pole, and lightning strikes.
And then it puts him back to life, and then his eyes open. And when Tommy saw it it got lit up, he took it out, and then when he was trying to get out, Jason caught him. And then he was messing around with him, and then after that, actually, to be honest with you, that it was my favorite kill, when Tommy's friend was when he hit him with the shovel, and then Jason just turns around and punches him through his stomach and takes his heart out.
Rips his heart out. Yeah, that is actually.
That was my favorite kill.
That is actually really cool.
That was my favorite kill.
Yeah, this movie has a lot of awesome kills. So basically, Camp Crystal Lake is turned into Camp Forest Green, and Tommy is convinced that Jason is still alive. He's trying to convince everybody that he's alive, but everybody's like, no, Jason died 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, and he's like, no, Jason's alive. Me and Hans brought him alive. He's still alive, and he is alive. And this movie has some awesome scenes. First of all, the soundtrack is really awesome. This is the movie that has The Man Is Back. Great soundtrack. I believe it's Alice Cooper that did the song. This movie, man, the director, I think his name is Tom McLaughlin. I believe it is. I could be wrong. He wanted to go back. Like, how do you bring back Jason after the final chapter, which is supposed to be the final one for him? So they kind of did like a resurrection, like because he liked old time horror Universal movies. So they kind of brought him back like they bring back Frankenstein. And with electricity hitting him, and this is kind of where they say that Jason is more of he's like from this point on, he's kind of like zombie Jason. He's not the boy that drowned in the woods, drowned in the water. He's now from here on 6, 7, 8, 9 space. This is kind of the one where he is the zombie Jason now. And this movie, like I said, has some great kills in this movie. This is the first time too that you ever see Jason at a campsite. And there's actual kids. There's real kids in this campsite, which is really, really cool. I love the ending of this movie, as it's no surprise. Jason goes on his killing spree.
The end of this movie is what makes me like love this movie. Like Tommy calling him over, like, and then he like put fire around in the boat in the middle. It's just at the end of the movie that gets me, and what like. There's a lot of other good stuff, but like the end of the movie is what got me for this to like make it for like choke it like it's just like at the end what happened to him to Jason when like when Megan like turned that thing on from the boat and like
the boat
he kept
propeller,
like cracking his face.
The boat propeller, yeah, it cut underneath his chin.
It's like cracking his face like right here and stuff.
Yeah, it cut underneath his mask. Which I love in Part 7, they keep, because with the continuity of having the mask, it has the boat propeller that cut him over here. So basically, Tommy threw a water.
I can even show the He-Man toy.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's the same.
Yeah, well, it's not a He-Man toy; it's a NECA toy.
No, I have a He-Man toy.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's actually part. I know, but that toy is actually supposed to be Part 4. I don't know why they have the Part 7 mask on. It makes no sense.
I do have the Part 7 NECA toy.
Yeah.
I do have that.
Well, I have that, but it's alright. But
I also have Part 5.
So basically at the end, Tommy throws a chain over his head and drowns him, because he believes in his head for Jason to go away. He has to drown him back in Camp Crystal Lake, and kill him there, and that's where his body will rest forever. But obviously, as we know, there's no killing Jason, and they go on and make it 7, 8, and 9, and 10, and Freddy vs. Jason, and the remake. I love this series, man. I love this. So in this movie, there's a lot of great kills. My favorite kill in this movie is the sheriff. It's when finally at the end, towards the end, they're at the camp. The Megan's father, he's the sheriff of the town. He comes face to face with Jason, and he's shooting him. He shoots him twice, and Jason's on the ground. And he gets up and he grabs him by the throat, and he's choking him, and then puts him into a ditch and bends his body. And pretty much, how a chair is supposed to fold forward, well, he forwards backwards and snaps his body in half. And you can just hear that cracking. I love that kill scene. It's one of my favorite kill scenes in the whole movie. There's so many good one-liners in this movie. When the sheriff's talking to his deputy, and he's like, if you see a car out there, and the deputy's like, yep, I see a car, and he gives him the description. He's like, you got information? He's like, yep, I got the whole enchilada. Like there's just so many one-liners.
When the sheriff's friend like did the other line with the gun.
What did they say?
It says like wherever the dot goes, you bang.
Wherever the dot goes, you bang. Now, like there's just so many good one-liners in this movie. I love like the character, and another thing about this movie too is like the cast of characters in this. They're not forgettable. They're really good. They're really good actors. Even though they all die, Sissy gets her head ripped off, like pretty much turned back.
Yeah, and then
ripped right off.
This is the thing. It's about all the Jasons right here. I'm not like spoiling it, but now like a long time ago, it didn't show us like the bodies. Like so, remember Part 6. I'll even use that example when that girl got her head snapped off. Last time we watched that movie, it didn't show him like carrying the body, and you couldn't even see the head on her body. Mm. So what I've been noticing, like I feel like they've been like a long time ago they didn't show the body, but now they are for some odd reason.
Well, it's just because of
now it's like showing all the parts.
Well, over the years, because kills get gruesome. I mean, Part 1. If you watch Friday the 13th Part 1, the kills are just very quick. Tom Savini did the kills. They're good kills, but over time, basically what that is the reason they do that is because over time, the special effects people who do these kills, they just got better. They got better equipment. They got better things to do kills with. They get more creative. Like I love part 2. My one of my favorite kills in the whole series, and this is swaying away. This is moving away from part 6. This is just talking about Jason in general, all the Friday the 13th. Is I love the guy that's in the wheelchair, and he's like, who's that?
Yeah.
And he gets the axe on. He gets like the machete across the face and goes down the stairs backwards. That's like one of my favorite kills.
Yeah, that's also
of
one
all
of my
time.
favorite. That's one of my favorite. That's my number one favorite kill out of the whole Jason series. But my other one is like when Jason, like I forgot what part it was, but like when he punched that girl or boy, like he punched his head off.
Oh, that's part 8.
Yeah,
That's oh man, that's so famous. He's like boxing him. Oh man, he's like, give me your best shot, motherfucker. And he's boom. He just like one shot. See what sucks about part 8. I mean, we're switching. I mean, we're talking about much more. Well, it's actually Jason takes a boat ride to Vancouver. It's supposed to be New York, but it's.
Oh yeah, like how the beginning started. Like he killed people on the boat.
Yeah, it's
like,
a weird movie. That movie, you get like 90. You get like not 90 minutes. You get like an hour of him. You get like an hour of him, on a boat, and then the rest. It's like the last 20 minutes or so. They're in New York, and I hate that about the movies. That's the one thing I can't stand about that movie. Oh, hold on one second, guys. That's one thing I can't stand about that movie. But we'll talk about 8 when 8 comes. 8 is actually kind of a I hate to spoil it, but as most people know about in this Jason series, it's kind of on the downside of it. It sucks because Kane Hodder is known for, everybody loves Kane Hodder's Jason. And I love Kane Hodder. I think he's a great Jason. He's not my favorite Jason. I hate to say that, not to spoil him. And Kane Hodder really is a great Jason. He brought the slow walk, the chest breathing part to Jason. But my favorite Jason is Steve Dash. Steve Dash and Ted White. I love Steve Dash. Well, even Derek Mears. Steve Dash from part 2. Ted White from part 4, and then Derek Mears from the remake in 2009. And the reason I like the Derek Mears one is because most of the time Jason walks. He does run a little bit in part 2, but in the remake in 2009, dude, he's like hunting you. He is like coming at that's the Jason I don't want to deal with.
So isn't that part 9? Like
that's not part 9. No. Jason Goes to Hell is part 9. No, the 2009 is the remake when they redid they took.
People say that one was bad, but it's actually I like that
part one. Part 9's terrible. Oh my god, you don't get Jason in the movie. You get him for like 3 minutes. Wait, hold up. The sad part about part 9 is his look is so good. I love how the mask is like squeezed onto his face. The look of Jason in part 9 is so cool. Cosmetic wise, it's an awesome look. But the movie in general is not that good because it's like body swapping. I can't stand that. I hate that.
If you had to pick, what would be like the worst costume that he's wore? Because if I had to pick, Jason X.
It depends. Well, I like Uber Jason, but see that's what's weird about that movie because we're talking about part 6 here, but. And we're just talking about Jason in general, having a conversation. It's tough because in Jason X, you have 2 Jason costumes. You have the regular one where he's hung up in the chains, and then you have Uber Jason. Uber Jason's awesome looking. I mean, that's one of the best costume designs, I think, in the series. But part 10, but Jason X, the regular one, like the helmet's really small, it's weird looking. He looks really tiny, and I know Kane Hodder's not a big dude, but he looks small. And Kane Hodder in part 7 with the New Blood, where they say it looks like he has a frog face and the mask is split. He looks really big in that movie for some reason, but in 10 they make him look really small. I don't know Kane Hodder's real height or weight, but he looks so tiny in part 10. But we'll talk about Jason. I think Jason is the only character that you can do Jason in space with. I know that sounds kind of weird, but the storyline wasn't too bad. Jason 10, but it's just I think script is okay, but the way they performed it, it's not one of the best movies. But we'll talk about that.
And Dad actually just bought Friday the 13th 2009 remake because he even gave me the poster of it.
Yeah, but it finally came out on 4K. I love 2009. What I love about 2009.
It's actually a gory one.
It's really gory. But what I love, but the reason I think it's gory is because first of all the technology to be able to do it.
And how Jason looks in 2009.
2009.
He looks like he was gonna like gore someone very bad.
Well, what I love about it is they take basically the first 4 for the first 4 Jasons and they kind of put them in a storyline because you have Sackhead Jason in the beginning and then you have the Mask of Jason. They did a really great job. That 2009 is so good. They've remade Michael Myers so many times. Blumhouse. They've redone Nightmare on Elm Street with the guy from Watchmen. I can't think of his name.
Yeah,
Play Jason. Play Freddy. The remake of Friday the 13th is actually really good. It's one of I love watching that movie. The beginning is one of the best intros of all the Jasons. It's like a mini movie. It's such.
I did want to tell Dad this. I feel like if it would be a good idea when we're done watching a whole series of a Jason movie, we should talk about every single one, rate them.
Oh no, yeah.
Say we watch Nightmare on Elm Street, after we're
that's,
done watching all the
that's normal.
series.
That's not that. Well, that is. But we are gonna do that. That is normal. Well, that's something we are gonna do. Once we do all the Jason movies, we are gonna rank them on our favorite. Our lists are all gonna be different because my list. I love Part 5. Part 5. I'll tell you now. Part 5 is my second favorite in the whole thing. Part 5 is not liked by a lot of people. I love it. I think as years going on, Part 5 is getting a lot more. How can I say this? People have liked Part 5 a lot more throughout the years. I love Part 5. I love the Guess Who Done It aspect.
The thing I don't like about that movie is the Tommy Jarvis.
Yeah, I don't like Tommy the portrayal of Tommy Jarvis I don't like, but the movie in general, I love Reggie, the little black kid in that movie is awesome. Reggie the Reckless, I love him. The kills that movie has the most kills, but unfortunately it has the most show you but not tell you but not show you kills, which I can't stand. But Tom Morgan I think did a great job of playing Jason in that movie because at the end of the day everyone's actually portraying a Jason. The only thing that sucks is just because we've already talked about Jason Part 5, Friday the 13th Part 5, the new beginning. It's just the reveal is just kind of the big letdown. That's the only thing about it. But I love everything up to that. And I just love the rain scene in the barn. I just love Part 5. Matter of fact, Gutter Garbage is coming out with that stuff. The shirts are out soon, and I can't wait. I can't see that design.
Did we even when we talked about Part 5? Did we even tell them the secret?
Yeah, there is no secret.
But this is the thing. We all obviously get this when I say it. When Reggie the Reckless was driving that tractor, when you could actually see him driving it was a mannequin because his face was covered.
No, it's not a mannequin. It wasn't a mannequin. It's just an adult. It's just, first of all, Reggie's too small, but it's not. It's a stunt driver, of course, and it's not really a secret. It's just, basically, when Reggie was driving the tractor, when he hit Tom Morgan, when he hit the imposter Jason. It's so weird because he has his hood over like this, and then it's done. It's like this, and you can't see his face. Well, they made it that way because I think Reggie, I forget his real name, really great guy. He's such a cool dude, man. He goes to the conventions. That's one guy I'd love to meet. Dude, first of all, he's 12 years old in the movies. He can't drive a tractor. I don't even know if he's even tall enough to even drive the tractor. But it's a stunt driver. You can clearly see anyways because his face is covered. They don't show him. But I love.
What is even his real name?
No, I know his real name. I can't think of it. It's crazy. Shivar Ross. That's it. Shivar. Chevy Ross and Shivar Ross, something like that. Super nice dude. He actually has his own website on eBay where he signs pictures and shirts and everything. There's a picture that I want to buy. It's autographed. He's riding. He's actually riding in the tractor. He's just a super dude, a super nice guy. He goes to conventions. He's one of the most nicest people you've ever met. He loves the role that he played in the movie, and he loves the fans. He's all about the fans and stuff. So super nice dude. We eventually will go to these Comic Cons and we will meet these guys. This year's a little tight. This year's a little tight with money because we bought the house, but eventually we're gonna go.
And eventually we are gonna So there's a lot of things, and is it where they record Part 3? Can we actually go there?
Well, there's a lot of places. Yeah, I want it. So.
The one in New Jersey from Part 1, we can't go to that one.
No, we can go to it. We can. Yeah, you can actually stay over there. No, you can go there. It's called Crystal Lake Tours. I get text messages all the time from them. Eventually, because my money's a little tight this year, we just bought a home and we're trying to fix it up. So over the years, my goal with Colston and JJ is as I want to go in, my girlfriend. Is I want to go visit. I actually want to go visit these sites because as we're getting older, these places are getting demolished. Time is doing a number on a lot of these places that they were filmed at. So Part 1 was filmed at Camp Novi Bosco, which is in New Jersey, and a lot of the movie was filmed outside. And you can actually go to this Camp Novi Bosco. They do it in the summertime in the fall. and you can spend the night there. You can actually spend the night there. They'll show you where the movie was made. They'll show you, you know, the cabins that Kevin Bacon was in, where Mrs. Voorhees was in. You can buy things there. Sometimes Adrian King goes there, who was Alice. Sometimes Arnie Lang, is that his name? I can't. Arnie Lemon, the kid the guy who played Jason in the water, the young boy that came out and grabbed her at the end. And then they show the movie there at the camp. There's like this big giant projection screen they do, and I mean it's a whole.
Yeah, and I think they like show behind the scenes of what they did.
Well, yeah, I don't know about behind the scenes, but they just show you everything. Like the truck that Mrs. Voorhees drives, the Jeep. It's still there. Like the original Jeep is there. Oh, like the whole cast has signed it. It's so cool, man.
Knows it doesn't work in
well, no, it might drive. Who knows? I might drive.
Even empty of gas.
No, of course, you just put gas in the car. You just put gas in it. But cars still work back in the 80s like they work now. Some just are electric sometimes. But anyways, part 2, Packanack, you're not going to be able to because they destroyed Packanack. I mean, you can go to the waterfront and see where it used to be. There's a house that used to be where Packanack is, but I think they either it was in a fire or they knocked it down or something. Part 3, which was made in part 2 was made in which was made in Connecticut, Camden, Connecticut, Connecticut. Part 3 was made in California. And what's cool about Part 3? That's the one I really want to go see. Part 3 is the barn is still up. The barn never changed.
Because they also used that. I think they used that same barn for.
No. No. Part 3 is still there. Part 3.
All the barns that they used look the same.
Yeah. But Part 3 is still there. That barn's still there. And what's really cool is they take you. Is the guy who owns it? He's super nice. If you go and you call him up, whatever, and you can go see a tour of it. What's really cool is on the wood where Fox was stabbed in the neck. And she's like hanging. You can actually see where the pitchfork has the holes are, like where she was, like hanging. I mean, it's awesome. The only thing that stinks is the house actually caught on fire. Some kids went there years ago, decades ago, and they were drinking and doing partying, and they actually caught it on fire. And the only thing that stands right now is the chimney. No, is the chimney from the house. The chimney never burnt down, so you can see the foundation of the chimney, but the house is gone and the barn is still there. And that water that lake that was actually there, that was actually made for the movie. They flooded a certain area to make it so the pond would be there. But that's not a real pond. That's why it's not very deep at all. Maybe like a foot and a half. It is not deep at all. But they flood a certain area, and they show you in certain videos like behind the scenes. And Part 4, the Tommy Jarvis house, is a real house. The kid's house that partied at is not. That was built just for the movie, and then they knocked it down. But the person that owns the Tommy Jarvis house, that's a real house, and she likes when people come over. Like, she'll give you a tour of her house. Part 5, forget it. It's impossible. I've talked about this in the last video. That is run by an agency, and the woman does not. She wants nothing to do with the Jason series. She was so mad that they filmed that movie there. She's like really upset. I mean, she got paid for it, but she does not like. But what's really cool is the red barn from the movie. You can see it if you drive. If you drive on there's like a main freeway road, because the house is actually enclosed with a steel cage fence. And I mean, you can't even get past the cage. You can't even get past the fence to go see the house. But the barn is so big when you're driving by, you can actually see the barn where Tom Morgan and all the actors, Melanie Kilman, who played the final girl, where you can see where it's filmed. But they did not. She was not happy about part 5 at all. And part 6 is filmed in Georgia. Part 6 was actually filmed at a real campsite in Georgia. You can go visit it. It's not a big deal. I don't know about part 7. Part 8 was done in Vancouver. So, but I want to go visit these places with Colston. I want to go visit these places with Colston eventually in JJ before time starts killing, taking these things away, because over time these places start to deteriorate. So, alright, so Colston, here's my 2 questions. If this was a Vanilla NECA toy, would you buy it?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's my
they
favorite
did.
NECA toy. So.
It's an awesome. This figure is actually awesome from NECA. It has his face, everything. And what do you rank the movie? 1 out of 10. This is your favorite Jason, so what do you give it? Me, I give it like a 9. This movie's great. I mean, yeah, I love this. I love this Jason. This is such. C.J. Graham did such an amazing job playing Jason. Yeah, this is a great Jason. So, all right, guys. So
later on, we're gonna watch part.
We're gonna watch part 7 of New Blood, where Carrie, it's basically Carrie faced Jason. It's a joke.
To be honest with you, I actually kind of like that part 7.
I know I like part 7. I think that look wise.
He looks good in
This
that
is
movie.
probably the best Jason's ever looked. I love the way it looks, the map. But we'll talk about
With that little machine thing that was like spinning in the air like that.
Yeah, we'll talk more about this movie when we do. We're gonna watch it later on, and we'll do a video. So hope everybody enjoys the holiday season. Enjoy, man. I love this.
Halloween,
This is Halloween, man. Enjoy
Part
it.
2, Part 4, because they sadly did not have Part 6 as a costume.
Well, we'll talk about that one.
He was trying to find Part 7.
I tried to find Part 7. They just you
Part
can't
7 was so cool.
and the pieces are so expensive. There's no way. They don't even make his size. It's just too expensive.
So pretty much all I have to have now is the khaki pants.
Yeah,
khaki pants. All I have is the butcher knife,
yeah.
and I have the mask.
We'll save that we talk about. But I'm excited. I'm excited to show you guys. So listen, guys. Everybody have a blessed day. Enjoy the Halloween season. I cannot wait to talk more about the Jason series and Halloween stuff. And remember, take care. Remember, God first and family. And
make sure you hit that like button and subscribe.
all right, man. Take care, guys. God bless. Bye.